Yeah, that's the Mule Skull Tavern. So that, like, this area is where um, Tristan did his side quest with Snapjaw.
Ah, so that's where he went to the Thunderdome at.
Yeah.
Not that I've really heard anything about that session, though.
That's because you can listen to it on his YouTube channel.
When that eventually happens, I don't know if it has or hasn't.
It has not, because Tristan sucks and he has a job.
Hi, Editor Tristan here, calling to let you know that, yeah, in fact, I do have a job, and it's fucking abysmal. So, eat both of my lizard dicks.
No. He's gonna get to it. So it's also not like it's like a huge priority. So something that we covered is that, just to fill you in a tad bit on his thing.
I swear I can't unsee this.
Unsee what?
So, zoom out of the map.
Okay.
Now, tell me that doesn't look like a silhouette of somebody's head.
Where? Oh,
the map itself.
Sort of, kinda, like from a profile view, and it could be
It's
like
you got the nose, you get the lips, you got the hairline up here,
and this is like a chin, like a beard type situation.
You got it. You got his neck and chest down here.
Yeah, I kind of see it. And if it is supposed to be that, I'm telling you with full transparency, I do not know.
I don't think it is, but it's something that I can't unsee.
Okay, so something that we covered in Tristan's session is that only as much time is going to pass that you guys want to pass. So his session lasted 1 day. If yours also lasts 1 day, perfect. If it lasts 2 days, then Snapjaw has an extra day of downtime, basically. But however long the other person's session takes, that's the amount of time we go with, and the other player can choose what they want their character to do with that day of downtime or whatever, and we don't necessarily have to play it out. It can just be something we like discuss over a phone call or like before a session or something.
Alrighty.
But his thing took an entire day, and that's because he had to wait until evening to do something. But if you want to take 2 days, 3 days, or an entire 10 day, that is cool. But if the amount of time
Turns out I take the next year.
Okay, so that is a great segue into what we don't do. Because
I proceed to be level 20 by the next session. Because I went on a year-long training montage. I pulled a One Piece and came back 10 times stronger.
The One Piece. Where do you think Kaito was staying before getting the deed to Troll Skull Manor?
He was probably in hopping.
Okay, so the Yawning Portal, like any tavern, is also normally an inn. The Yawning Portal, the biggest one, and we already know Kaito goes there pretty often. We also know that's where Davil runs his business with all his workers and clients. So I don't know, maybe we could say that that's where Snapjaw and Kaito actually met. So if you want to say that Kaito just has a room at the Yawning Portal, we could say that. Because I would like to start this session the morning after the last session where you guys got the deed and everything. So like this is the dawn after that night. Where do you think Kaito would be?
He would probably be in the inn, like you said then.
Okay. So then,
And then
and
it's obviously time for breakfast. First lunch.
first lunch.
Yes. Don't you know it's first lunch, second lunch, then third?
Don't think he knows about second breakfast, Pip. What about elevensies? Luncheon, afternoon tea, dinner, supper. He knows about them, doesn't he?
I wouldn't count on it.
So, you have woken up in your bed and you've went down into the tavern of the Yawning Portal. You see all of these people, like adventurer-looking type folk, going into the gaping hole in the ground, and people taking baths. We've done this before. So, what is your first order of business?
After I get all my gear in order, I'm probably gonna go to the bar and actually get something to start my day.
Okay. If you would like to buy a ration, that's 1 silver piece.
Alrighty, I'll take one of my 10.
If you're just eating them from your inventory, then you don't have to pay for anything. We can just say you ate breakfast in your room.
Alrighty. Well, either way, it's just that the ones in my inventory I'm saving for if I need them.
Oh, you meant 10 silver. Okay.
Oh, I meant silver.
One of your 10 silver. I thought you were talking about one of your 10 rations.
No,
No.
if you want to talk about how many rations I technically have, I only have 8.
That's what I was thinking. Without going into the details, Tristan ate a guy last session, and I just basically...
I can believe him.
I basically just gave him 4 rations and said, like, that could be it. Okay. So Kaito has had his breakfast. Durnan is dealing with an unruly customer over on the other side of the bar. He's yelling at this guy, or not yelling, but he looks like he's into a conflicted conversation with a guy who's holding a small white paper box, and the guy looks pretty sad, and he turns around and walks away dejectedly, and Durnan continues to tend to other patrons of the bar, and he looks very busy.
A small paper box, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Durnan, what was that about?
Oh, I believe that bloke had his brother go into the Yawning Portal there, and well, his brother got what any adventurer going down there has coming to him.
I see.
And he's not really pleased with the results, I guess. And he had some questions about a bet made on his brother's life.
No.
Now, and he like goes to turn around and he turns back and he goes, actually, now that I recall, weren't you with the man that he made his bet with?
Actually, I think there was a couple more, actually.
I mean, I'm sure. And then he gets a few people yelling at him from the other end of the bar, and he goes away to deal with them. Roll a perception check as you are looking around at the many faces of the Yawning Portal Tavern.
I was not expecting that to be the thing.
15? Okay. So
No,
you
that's not the worst.
no, it isn't, especially since you have a -1.
Precisely.
So you see among all of the many faces in the tavern, the guy who is now drinking away his sorrows. He's got 2 mugs around him, uh, with the white paper box there that is like kind of like jerking around a little bit, and he like occasionally opens it and talks inside the box. And he like keeps taking little bits of food and putting it in there. But you also see a woman in armor who is sitting at a table alone, and is, by the time you scan the room and your eyes fall on her, she's already looking at you, making eye contact, and you get the feeling that she's been looking at you for a while.
Well,
She's not trying to hide her face or anything. She is not she's not like a hooded mysterious figure or anything. This is what she looks like. Holy shit, that's big.
it is very big.
Here, I'm scaling it down. Don't worry.
It's fine.
There we go. That is what she looks like.
You want to know what I've been thinking this entire time? When you keep on explaining this guy with the box,
Mm-hmm.
the secret box from SpongeBob.
It's got a secret string.
And
Anyway,
you pull the secret string, and it's a picture of SpongeBob from the Christmas party.
Merry Christmas, SpongeBob.
I'm sorry, I can't get that out of my head. Oh.
Ooh, excuse me. So yeah, this woman is looking at you, across from the bar.
Well, before walking over there, I'm gonna walk up to the guy, tell him, I'm sorry about the bet, and I hand him 5 gold,
Um,
and then I walk off to that table.
if you were to turn around after handing this man $5, you would see that he is immediately.
I could have done 5 silver.
You can see that he is immediately walking back, to get more drinks already. I'm sorry, I'm trying to position this.
Oh
like
shit. I was trying to help him out, but he's not helping himself. He really isn't.
Nope.
Quick editor's note, the original bet was actually 5 gold from each individual. So, it was a pool of 10 gold. I took my 5 gold back because I felt bad that his brother was a newt in a box. And then Nathan gives him 5 gold. So, essentially, nothing happened.
Alright, so you walk over to this lady.
Yeah.
She is, when she sees you walking over, she begins, sorting around some documents when she can tell that you're about to walk over to her table, and she's in the middle of a drink when you approach her.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm assuming there's some business you'd like to discuss. It didn't exactly seem like you were trying to hide your glances.
Why, yes. I would like to discuss business. Please, sit.
I proceed to sit down at the table.
There is there's a bar wench running by, and she motions she puts up two fingers, and soon the wench comes back with 2 mugs of ale, or maybe not ale. What's like? How about 2 cups of coffee? Actually, since it's early in the morning, and she and you know what? The wench actually also brings a little platter with 2 tin, like small little tin pitchers of cream, and there's another one with honey, and she says, "You can use all of that if you'd like. I prefer mine black." And she starts to just drink the black coffee.
In that case, I'm gonna dip a little bit of the honey in my coffee, because, in all honesty, I'm not much of a coffee drinker, but hey, free food and drink is free food and drink.
So she she says, "Now, just to make sure that I am speaking to the right hobgoblin in an oriental set of armor, would your name happen to be Kaito Satakage?"
That it is.
Well then. And then she extends a hand out to you and she says, "My name is Sovra Bellabranta, and it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance." I'll put that in the chat for you.
Yeah, I was about to say that was a long name right there.
There you go.
And I, as you already know, I am Kaito.
So she sets out she's like sets a stack of papers in front of her and like taps them on the table. And she says, "Would you be familiar with one Mr. Volothamp Geram?"
With say his name again.
Volo.
Oh. I just hardly
Well,
met him for a job a little while back, but
of course, that's actually how I know you. You see, Mr. Volo is not exactly modest about his accomplishments, even if they are not his. I heard that in exchange for the title to a property in the North Ward, that you and a companion had actually infiltrated a gang hideout.
that is very well true, but in all honesty, I think it was biting off a little more than what we bargained for. But we did make it out unscathed, and job finished for the most part. So,
And in the process, you also happened to save not only... What was that motherfucker's name? 1 second.
for some reason, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah,
which
well,
is
I mean, I
in
know...
a couple weeks.
I know his first name. Oh, okay. So she says, "And is it true that not only did you do as Mr. Volo requested and save his friend Floon Blagmar, but you also incidentally saved the son of the ex-Open Lord of Waterdeep, Renea Neverember?"
Yes, we did. I mean, oddly enough, they look pretty alike, though.
Well, I would hope that that doesn't get them into any more trouble. So,
I mean, I sure hope not.
but if that is the case, then I consider myself very glad. I am in the presence of a true hero. And I also have a job offer for you.
Well, I'm all ears. I kind of need the coin.
Well, Then, and she like looks down, and she says, "You see, coin. It can buy you food and drink and a bed, but no one remembers you for how much money you had, unless you had an incredible amount of it, which, let's just be honest, no honest people have."
Well, can't say that I'm looking to be rich, just enough to make a living as of the moment.
So you're saying that it is accommodation, food, and drink that that's the only thing that you use your coin on.
Mainly.
Then okay, listen closely. So I represent a ragtag, I guess you could call us, group here in Waterdeep. We are all around. We're on every street, in every ward, every road of the city, and when the City Watch cannot do its job and protect the people of Waterdeep, that is where we come in. We have taken it upon ourselves to make this city a safe place once again, especially in the midst of troubling times like it's experiencing now. I represent the Order of the Gauntlet, and after we heard Volo singing your praises along with a reptilian man, I believe he said, and then she starts looking around, which I don't see. He's welcome to go on this job as well, but I believe that you might be capable of taking it on your own. Do you know where he is?
Now, I can't say that I've seen him since yesterday, but in all honesty, I accepted my rewards from Volo and hit the bunk pretty hard last night.
You notice that while you guys are talking, she is actually like writing a whole bunch of stuff down on in a notepad that she has with her, and she says, "And just as a brief tangent, would you mind describing your friend for me first of all?" And then she like looks at a piece of paper, like shuffling some notes around. A Mr. Snapjaw, I believe his name was. He belongs to the Zentarum. Is that correct?
I believe so, but in all honesty, I don't know much of what that means.
But-
Being from overseas and everything, I'm still in the middle of learning all that.
Well, this is quite a troubling time that you have found our city in, traveler, and I must extend an apology to you for the city not being up to the quota that I would have it be at upon your arrival here. However, that is what I'm trying to fix, obviously. But to get back, to get away from the brief tangent, on my brief tangent, how would you describe this Snapjaw? Not physically, by the way. A reptilian man is not very easy to miss.
I mean, I believe he's pretty reliable when it is needed.
Well, of course, many people are. Anyone who can pick up a sword or sling a spell, typically. But, how would you describe his allegiances?
His allegiances?
I know that he belongs to the Zentarum. How much has he disclosed to you about that?
Well, I can't say he said much at all. I mean, I've really only met him maybe a few days ago. A couple days before the job, actually.
Okay. I would like you to roll a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw.
Um,
It was a few days and not like a few weeks, right?
roll deception, actually, even though I don't think that you're lying. But roll deception.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I'm using the wrong dice here.
Nah, I'm literally not trying to deceive somebody.
Yeah, I know you're not. I know you're not. She's rolling insight.
Okay. I don't think I rolled well. No, I didn't.
8. Yeah, sorry, I was using the wrong dice. I picked them up and I was like, why the fuck do these feel different? It's because I've been using these metallic dice, and the little lid that came on the tin for them serves, which I don't know if they meant for this to happen, but it serves pretty well as like a little tiny dice tray. She rolled a natural 20. She, when you say that, she looks at you, nods. You notice a little tiny squint in her eye, and she picks out another piece of paper, and she says, "So, have you ever seen your companion going into one of the rooms here in the yawning portal? A room that you're not allowed to go into?"
I can't say that I have actually.
Okay. So she rolled a nat 20 on her insight earlier. You
No,
have.
you told me. Didn't you say that? Oh, I'm trying to remember, but didn't you tell me that I didn't see where you went?
No, you did, because
Oh.
yeah, because that's actually where Volo like was and everything. Like that's where Snapjaw
Well, I
got the-
know. I didn't know Volo was the one who gave us the job at first.
Yeah, but
I
Davil
only
is
known
the
that once we got back.
yes, but
Because he
Davil
was
was
the-
like the contact with the center room and everything. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yes. So and
Okay,
then
my bad. I
yeah.
misunderstood that.
yeah. I figured, because I don't see why you have a reason to try and lie here.
Hey people, man from the future, editor Tristan here. Just letting you know that Kaito technically never went upstairs where that room is. And this is just both people in this session misremembering how the events occurred. But it doesn't really affect anything, so who cares?
Now that being said, she doesn't know that. Just to put that out there, you know. I know you have no reason to lie. She doesn't.
Oh, in that case, I'm just gonna tell her the truth then, cause.
Okay. So.
Nah, in all honesty, I thought I didn't see the room that they went into.
Yeah. Well, okay.
In that case, I think it's that one up the stairs over there.
I'm aware. I just I needed to screen you, if that makes any sense. You see, the Order is not secretive, and to be completely honest, neither are the Zents. They are not very non-discreet, or they are very non-discreet about their business, especially considering that they have been making friends with nobility and politicians, magisters, and the like. Even a few masked lords, I hear. They have been doing what they can to work their way up in the city, and that's fine, I suppose. But, you see, my order aims to set a greater standard for Waterdeep. I'm just trying to make sure that that everyone else is on the same page as me before I open my house to them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can make sense of that.
So, to get back on point, I've heard tell of your heroic doings. I think that you would make a wonderful member of the Order of the Gauntlet, but I can't take you on good faith alone. I have to see what you're capable of first. So, I'm sure that regardless of your friends and your friends' allegiances, you are aware that there has been a little bit of a gang war going on in Waterdeep.
Yeah, I think I've heard of that a couple of times over, now that you speak of it.
My sources tell me that the Zents are paying gangs all over Waterdeep to attack suspected Xanathar Guild members. Now, don't get me wrong, the Xanathar Guild, they are not made up of saints by any stretch or any definition of the word. That being said, in this instance, the Zents are seeking out conflict with them. I personally, and I do believe I speak for the entire Order when I say that their aggressions against each other should not involve innocents in the crossfire, and they are. And that's what I'm trying to stop. Fights are breaking out all across the city daily. Now, I hear that there's actually been a little bit of a hot spot in the trades ward where at the caravan court at the border between the trades ward, the dock ward, and the southern ward, we've been hearing tell that there are 3 thugs that have been hanging out and harassing the local shopkeepers all down the street. Now, we've been seeing them mainly around Caravan Court. We believe that they've been staging kind of a longer operation there, but hells, we've seen them all the way up in the northern part of the Trades Ward, closer to the Sea Ward and the Northern Ward. And we believe that sooner or later they might do something violent to one of the shopkeepers there. I would like for you to go to this address, and she slides you a piece of paper, and see if you can stop a fight before it happens. I have to send a message to these people that further altercations will not be tolerated. What do you say? If you do this for me, and if you come back with any information would be valuable, but the main objective is to just stop a fight. And also, my order does not kill people. I hope you understand that. We are saving lives, not taking them. If you must, subdue them, report them to a magister. If you can't find one, just find the city watch. And then the justice system will run its course on these people. But only use lethal force if you do believe that your life is in danger. And if you do anything else, I'm afraid there's nothing for you. There's no place for you in my order.
In that case, we can consider it done.
She smiles at you. Wonderful. I'll be here for the remainder of the day. I believe that you can have this done by the evening. I will be heading out shortly after dusk. And if for some reason you take a little bit longer, and then she slides you a piece of paper that is blank. And she says, oh, and you can roll, actually, you're a fae, you might know what this is, kind of, so roll Arcana.
Arcana, you say?
Yeah, just give it a
let's see
shot.
what I got. 13.
So you can tell that this blank piece of paper is some type of magical item, but if you know what it is, I won't explain it. But if you
I
don't,
think I have an idea on what it is. If I write something on it, it shows up on a notebook or something, right?
no, not really. But you're getting the point. So so this is a paper bird.
Oh, paper bird. Oh.
Yeah, and actually
I
here,
just swore I heard of a magic item that will do that. It's like you. I already explained it. I'm
There
not
is
gonna explain it again.
now what you're talking about. I have not ever seen in D&D before, but that, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that's a very common magic item. So I'm actually going to go ahead, since she's giving this to you. Let me make this a handout because I forgot to do that. Paper bid. Whoops. Alright, put it in your... Whoops. I'm going to put it in your journal, just yours. And then as for the description, roll a history check. This is like a memory thing.
If I could find history there.
Hell yeah, that's pretty good. So you have actually, Kaito has seen one of these before, if you recall. So when you guys first met Schemo Weirdbottle, the gnome who runs the potion shop for the Zentarum, you actually, like when you were getting a potion from him, and he was introducing himself.
I don't think I went to that shop, actually. That was only Tristan.
I'm pretty sure you were with him.
I don't think I was, because I'm not part of the interim or anything.
Well, no, but that shop is like a normal shop, and it was Snapjaw's idea to go get some potions just in case anything, in case you guys got it.
That was when I was off buying my wondrous rod. The whatever it was called. Give me one second.
No, that was, so you guys went to the trades ward and bought that stuff together, but I'm pretty sure you were with Snapjaw when you guys went to the potion shop.
In that case, why did you tell me to give him just 30 gold? If he wasn't going by himself.
I don't know. Fucking. But yeah, you remember that Schemo actually, like when you guys had first walked in, was writing something on a piece of paper and then, like releasing a dove, held it up to a window and it flew off. So you've actually seen one of these before.
Alrighty.
Anyway. So, now it is up to you what you decide to do. You've got your mission. And just so, I'm going to go ahead and do, if pink was Snapjaw's house, this is the order of the gauntlet. Let's do, how about like a bright orange? She wants you to go over here in Caravan.
Yeah, if I'm not, yeah, I was about to say. Give me 1 second, cause since she said that it is forbidden for me to kill, I am doing a little bit of research right here.
That's fine.
I'm going to go out, spend about 10 gold, and see if I can't get myself a maul.
A mall?
Yes.
Okay. So, by the way, since you're leaving the tavern, and you would probably be going somewhere here in the trades ward, just like an indiscriminate area, wherever, because like there's shops all over the damn place. So, as you're walking through, down the streets, making your way to a weapons shop, you actually, let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Did you go ahead and spend the gold and add it to your inventory?
Yes, I'm in the process of doing that now.
Cool. So, when um, so when you do that, you find a blacksmith who has a mall for sale, and that transaction goes as normal. But then, as you go to walk away, uh, you hear, "Psst, psst."
I look around.
uh, and you see two goblins from an alleyway, uh, trying to signal you down and wave you into the alley.
Oh no!
It's Krug and Croc. Actually, do Croc and Krug. It makes more sense that way. There we go. Wait. Oh, actually, there we go.
Well, in that case, I'd obviously have to say hi.
Um, they won't, like, as you get closer to them, they're trying to like motion you to get like out of the view of the public and into the alleyway with them.
Oh, that's what I'm doing.
All right. So I need to come up with like two voices that are distinct between the two of them. Croc, um, he says, "Oh well, if it isn't the good Lord," and Krug, who's right behind him, and then both of them start kneeling at your feet. By the way, and he says, "Your loyal retainers, as always."
Yeah, y'all don't have to go as far as calling me that.
But we must. You saved us. Not only did you spare our lives when you could have taken them, but you freed us from the slave labor of the Xanathar Guild. They would come by and have us stand there and watch out of their archer towers. And you distinctly remember that they were not towers, they were just like little watch spots in the sewer. And we ask for food and all they bring us, and then uh he holds up a golden coin, is shiny metal that we can use to buy food. And then Krug is like, he looks detested behind him. And we can't walk out into the street. Everyone shoves us away. Filthy beasts, they call us.
You know what? I guess I didn't think about that, actually, being able to walk on the street myself.
Oh, but of course, your lordship can walk anywhere he pleases. After all, he is but a benevolent man. So Croc, he says, "Now, your lordship, what would you have us do in return for sparing our lives?"
Well, right now, I am looking for 3 individuals that have been targeting, what was it, the Xanathar Guild members?
Specifically, suspected members.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
They've been targeting suspected Xanathar Guild members, but there's too many people being hit in the crossfire of the whole thing. I was wondering if y'all, by any chance, seen or maybe heard anything about it.
Well, I'm not sure. Krug, have we seen anybody trying to kill someone? Oh, yes. We've seen that many a time. Many time we've been on the given end of it. So what'll it be, your lordship? We're looking for 3 men and we're gonna give them a good beating up until they don't move anymore. Would you like us to bring them your heads? Wait, no. Oh, we could never do that. And Krug hits him with a stick, and he says, "We could never kill the Lord. He is too great, too divine. Would you like us to bring you their heads?" And Croc is like, "Yes, yes, that is what Croc meant to say."
Ah, sadly, not this time around. I do plan on bringing them in alive this time around.
Oh, now where's the fun in that? You can't even see the boogers leave their noses as you cut their heads off. It's quite the relieving feeling, I tell you that. It's pretty cool to see.
Well, either way, they may be seeing boogers flying after they get hit at this bonk stick.
Both of them start saying, bonk stick, bonk stick, bonk stick.
I am going goblin in character.
One of us, one of us. This is perfect. It's the Lord Croc and Krug against the world. Oh, this is just like I dreamed of it when I was a little gobby. They also really like you because you're a hobgoblin too. So, like, that's another reason why they glorify you so much. But,
Oh.
alas, your lord, like I said before, we cannot travel on the roads or in the public spaces during the broad daylight now. We can still meet you anywhere you need us to be. Krog and I, we have our ways around the sewers. When we was working for the Xanathor Guild of Impers, they taught us everything about running through the sewers. Yes, and we already knew about how to sneak away through the alleys and around building corners and on rooftops during the nights. We've been on the streets ever since we was little gobbies.
So, y'all have always been here in Waterdeep?
Yep. Ever since our mom left us. Oh, she had the biggest hairy muscles you've ever seen. She was beautiful.
Sounds like quite the woman.
She was. Until a hobgoblin fucking killed her. and we said, that guy looks so goddamn cool.
we both had a we both once had a mother until she took an arrow to the knee and died.
She did more than take an arrow to the knee, your lordship. It was someone who looked exactly like you, and he beat the living shit out of her, he did. And we said, that guy looks so cool, and you look just like him. We'll do anything you say.
Well, to be fair, I've killed no goblin.
We know. If you did, we'd love you even more if you had killed our mother. Mechanically, as long as it is reasonable, anytime you want to call upon Krug and Croc, they will normally be pretty close by. And they will usually be at your beck and call, like, within an indeterminate amount of time, depending on where you're at and what the scenario is. And they will do whatever you say. So if you want them to go out in public in broad daylight, then they will, but they don't want to. And they can always run away if they need to. Like, they're simple. Like, as far as any Waterdavian is concerned, they're just street vermin.
Well, I don't want to purposely put them in harm's way or anything like that.
Why? Because they both only have 7 HP.
Nah, because I don't want them just to be murdered in the streets.
And if you want them to hold stuff for you, if you want to give them weapons and shit like that, you can.
Well, maybe at a later date, but not at the moment. Although I will say, what can they tell me about the caravan court?
They probably can't really tell you much about specific areas above ground in Waterdeep. They just know of, like, sewer entrances and stuff like that. They really don't keep their heads up high.
Alrighty.
Maybe as time goes on, they'll learn a little bit.
I'm just gonna tell them just to go back into hiding, and if they hear anything, be sure it makes it my way, especially if it concerns those three.
But of course, your lordship. And we will never be too far behind, in case you ever find yourself in trouble. If there's an arrow flying directly towards your heart, getting ready to explode it into a million beautiful pieces, we will be there to take that arrow for you, sir.
I thank you for the sentiment, but you don't have to do it.
Yes, we do. If not, you'll kill us.
And then they run away and hop into a manhole.
Boy, are those two quite the characters, I say.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Alrighty. To the caravan court I go.
All right. So, anyway, you have everything you need now. You're heading off to Caravan Court.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So that means, aha! I never even named this place. Let.
Caravan court is actually much smaller than I thought it was.
Okay, well, when you think about how each one of these squares is 5 feet, I don't know. The scale is probably fucked up, but I really don't care.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah. All right, let me get this page to be a little bit more in the game view here. And then, as a matter of fact, actually close this and Sue. Where do you think Kaito is entering from?
Probably from the north there, because that's where I had my token situated at. So I'll go ahead, drag it on. Oh, you already got it.
There you go. Here, I'll do that so you can see the health bar too. So, oh god. My fucking throat. God, Jesus Christ, that was hurting. Okay, we're good though. So, basically, when you approach Caravan Court, or when you enter Caravan Court rather, you see, like after walking through like the trades ward and like, you know, passing by all these shops and stuff, you see that there is a bakery, and it is this building here. And you also see what appears to be some sort of like small supply storage house situation thing here. This building, whatever it is, doesn't matter. This is a bakery. And that there are some guys who are harassing a small a halfling man with an apron on and a chef's hat or a baker's hat, whatever that fucking hat is called, and they are covering him with they're like cutting open bags of flour and throwing it on him and laughing back and forth amongst themselves, and he definitely doesn't look like he's enjoying it.
Question.
To me?
Yes.
All right.
Can I see where they're grabbing the bags of flour from?
You sure can, and I wonder if...
I'm sure you already know what I'm about to do.
This is a bed token, but right now it's a sack of
Yeah,
flour
that worked.
token. Here, I'm gonna make them a group. Okay, that's where they're grabbing the sacks of flour from.
Alrighty. Not sure how much you were paying attention, but I just walked around the tree here.
I can tell you what you saw while you were walking around the tree getting a lay of the land. So you can see this guy over here who's like counting through some stuff in this cart here. These guys don't look like they're from here, but they definitely look like they know their way around. And oh shit, yeah. And they're sitting over here talking. They're bickering amongst themselves because they have a broken axle, and one guy's trying to fix it. And this guy is wearing they keep motioning over to this guy, so you assume that he's probably with them, even though he doesn't really look like them. But he is meditating. And then this guy over here is probably just doing the same thing, I guess. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. This guy over here, he's also meditating. And he's looking at this guy for some reason. Alright, so now what are you doing?
Well, before I go the rest of the way over here, I'm gonna ask these guys what's been going on over here. How long has this been going on for and everything?
Oh, you're asking these guys?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So this is a dwarf. And he says, I haven't the slightest idea. I've just only been here for a few hours. But if I had to guess, I'd say that them there's, all of them's, bakers. And I've seen something like this before. I have, riding through Waterdeep. They are probably mad at him for something. And then the guy sitting next to him, who's sitting on he's sitting on this little crate right here. He says, they're mad at him for something. That's what the bakers do as a little punishment.
I don't think that sounds like normal baking practice, though.
This guy over here breaks his meditation. He says, no, actually it is. So that's what the Bakers Guild does in Waterdeep. But those guys really do look like they're fucking with that dude. And then this guy sitting on the crate, he starts nodding, closing his eyes, putting his chin in his hands. He says, yes, they really do. They really do that, but they are fucking with that guy.
I swear, either y'all are fucking with me, or y'all's traditions in this town are out there.
Would you like to roll insight?
Yeah, definitely.
Go ahead.
Either way, I have a plan on what I'm about to do, and it's not gonna be pretty.
17! Okay. Yeah, with a 17, you can tell that they are telling the truth. That is like a Baker's Guild tradition. They're not lying about that. These guys over here most likely just don't know what they're talking about. This dude, he looks like he might be a Waterdeep native, but he's just traveling with these little guys as merchants. But this is the only guy out of the whole circle that is wearing anything that denotes him as a baker. So these dudes do not look like they're his friends, his coworkers, bakers at all. They are ruffians wearing roll a perception check.
Perception, you say?
I do say.
Now 7, not the best number, but truly not the worst either. Could have done worse.
So they're actually wearing some cloaks around themselves, like around their clothing anyway, and they look pretty big, but you can't tell like what kind of armor they're wearing or anything. You also can't see if they have any weapons on them.
Well, Either way, at this point, this just seems like a whole lot of hazing. I walk over here, grab a bag of flour, hit this dude across the head with it. I guess this makes me a baker. Does
So,
this mean I'm a baker now?
ooh,
Editor Tristan, the time streamer here, calling to let you know that I had to cut out about 30 seconds of them getting a song onto Roll20 called Chicken Attack, and it doesn't sound great coming through the speaker.
so you throw this, you
No,
throw
I don't
this,
throw it, I smack him with it.
so go ahead and, where is it at? Go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
Chicken attack. 10, that's not bad. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and give these guys 3 separate turns, and I'm gonna put this bystander here in turn order as well. So let's go ahead and roll the Baker's initiative.
I'm just gonna say this is stupid on my end, but I can only solve things with violence today, I guess.
Alright. Hey, one of them nat 1.
Oh, hell yeah. That's good for me anyway.
Alright, so, the one that you hit is, he looks at you and he says, "And just what in the hell was that for?" And this guy is gonna, while everybody's distracted, using his action to disengage. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's gonna start like fiddling with a key to get into inside of his bakery. And this one over here, the one you didn't hit, he says, "Hey, you better get back out here, because if you don't," and he reaches for his side, like inside his cloak, and this guy, the other one, grabs his arm and just shakes his head and then like nudges over towards you, and he says, "Alright, I guess we'll deal with you first." And it is this guy's turn here. He is going to immediately whip his arm into his cloak and pull out a mace, and he's gonna swing at you. Does an 11 does not hit you, I assume.
No, it does not.
Your turn.
In that case, you think that's the mace? I pull out what I had just purchased. The big ass maul.
Oh my god. Alright, go ahead and roll the hit. While I get my cats off my fucking computer.
That did not do
That
well.
does not hit, my friend. Let's get some,
And I would use one of my abilities, but considering don't got any allies with me, it wouldn't make much sense.
yeah.
Well, anyway. I'm gonna action surge.
Okay, this is the fun part.
Yes. 12 bludgeoning.
Ooh, let me give these guys health bars real quick. And by the way, I want you to know something. I forgot to give that other guy pack tactics because he has pack tactics. So he was supposed to roll to hit with advantage, and I fucked up. But we could say it's because he had flour on his face. And you did how much damage? 12?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, next guy's turn.
These guys are beefier than I thought they were. I am in some trouble here.
So he is gonna walk up here, and by the way, this doesn't mean he's on the roof. I imagine this is like some sort of
Yeah, he's
awning.
just on the side of the building.
Yeah. And he is going to pick up one of these bags of flour and throw them at, and cut it open, and throw it at you. And he's gonna try and blind you. So why don't you roll a dexterity saving throw?
18.
Damn, he rolled a 17. Fuck. Hold on a minute. He gets advantage. Pack tactics. He's within 5 feet of an ally.
Well, if he fails,
He
I
rolled the
gotta
same
wait.
thing. He rolled the same thing.
Well, while he throws it, you see me with my maul, wadding the bag away in the other direction.
Chicken attack!
I swear that song is great.
God, that's so perfect. Okay, next is this guy, and he is going to come down this way and come over here. Flanking is a +2 to attack.
Oh no.
That is a. Does a 16 hit you?
It does not.
Son of a bitch, what the fuck is your armor class?
It is 18.
Holy shit. Well, he doesn't have pack tactics because he's farther than 5 feet away.
Hell yeah.
The baker, you can hear him like dangling with his keys, and he runs inside. It is that one's turn. Okay, he is just going to start hitting you again. All right, that is not going to hit, but he has advantage. That's a natural 20, Nathan. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. Go ahead.
Do your worst. Oh, the mace doesn't do very much damage.
The maul, on the other hand.
That is 5 bludgeoning damage.
Huh. For a crit, that really didn't do much.
Oh, I forgot critical damage. So
Yeah,
that
that's what I was wondering.
so 8.
8?
Because it's the die roll that the result of the die roll that gets doubled, I believe, right?
I think so, yeah.
Because I would imagine you only do the modifier once. So yeah, it's 8.
Well, anyway, still not that bad.
Next is your turn.
I can roll with that.
Okay, for a split second, I looked over and did not know if I had ever unpaused the recording, and I did.
That would have been a little sad on your end.
Mm-hmm. We would have missed all the chicken attack.
Yeah.
All right, so now what are you gonna do? Oh, I should probably zoom in on the player window.
Gonna use my bonus action to cast Fighting Spirit on myself, which gives me advantage. Does a
Okay.
23 hit the dude in front of me again?
You know, I believe it might. It just might. You have a good chance.
16
Holy fucking
damage?
shit, dude.
Holy shit, that was max damage!
Good job. Good job. I knew this encounter was balanced.
That was a lucky ass roll right there. And not to mention,
I was about to ask.
I get temporary HP.
Oh, okay. Something cool you can do if you want to. We can add a bar to that. What is that? 5 temporary HP that it gives you.
Oh, I accidentally did =5.
Oh, I'm not. I wasn't gonna add it to your.
Oh.
I was gonna give you a new bar on your token.
Let me try something real quick.
Here.
Oh.
There.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah. There you go.
I just put it in blue. Already. Yeah, that's my turn right there.
Alrighty. Then next is that one, and he is going to, let's see. He'll move around this way, and he's gonna do a mace attack on you. That is a 19.
That one hits.
All right, you take three bludgeoning damage. You subtract that from
Alrighty.
your temp HP first.
Yeah.
All right. Next is this one, and he's just gonna do the same thing. That's a 23 to hit.
23.
He also
Yup.
does 3 bludgeoning damage.
Ready? I'm just going to get rid of that bar.
Yeah. I'll let you
and
do
then
that.
just subtract 1.
So,
Alrighty, so I'm assuming it is my turn, or is it the last dude's turn?
it is. So, you hear a commotion when you.
Well, of
Yeah,
course
you.
I hear a commotion. I'm making one.
Yeah, you hear a commotion coming from inside the bakery, and you can see there's like a little front door, like, oh, I'm not, there we go. There's like a front door right here. Actually, front door's right here. There's a window, like, right, I can't do it without.
Right beside the chimney there.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be in front of the chimney. You can see smoke and soot coming, because the fire's not lit, filling the inside of the bakery as the baker is going mad inside. And then you look upwards as soot, like a cloud of soot, just erupts from the chimney as and then Croc and Krug erupt from the chimney. And Krug says, "Don't worry, boss, we'll get him!" And he is going to make a surprise attack at this one. Actually, I roll his stuff in front of you. I forgot. Let's see. That is a short bow attack with advantage. Ah, well, damn it. He misses.
Oh, that is a weird attack box.
It's because he's an NPC.
Ah, I see. I've never
And-
seen him like that.
And then Croc says, "I'm gonna show you how it's done, Krug." And hey, there we go. Hey, there we go. That was a modified 20.
Yeah.
And he does 4 piercing with it. Cool. So, oh, is that enough to kill the guy? Yeah, it sure is. All right. So,
Okay, real quick. What is our rules on lethal versus non-lethal damage?
as long as you state that it was non-lethal damage, it is non-lethal, but it's
here's the
assumed
thing.
lethal otherwise.
Unless it's a fatal blow, like purposely aimed to kill somebody, like arrow-wise.
Well, you did tell Croc and Krug that we're not killing these guys, right? Like, you
Yeah,
mentioned that earlier.
I did mention that earlier, yes.
Okay, so then in that case, I forgot about that.
I
But
just wanted to make sure,
yeah.
because
But hey, it's
if
literally
we
on
did
recording.
Golden Age rules,
Yeah, I mean, it's literally on recording. But no, just as a rule of thumb,
yeah.
unless you specify to me otherwise, I'm always going to assume it's lethal damage. But for this encounter, I will assume that if you get someone down to 0 HP, you're doing non-lethal.
Yeah, that's the precise reason why I got them all.
Yeah. So,
Because
what do
yeah,
we?
I'll use the sheath of my blade in
He's
the short
sleeping.
term, but that's not a long term.
Yeah.
That's gonna tear up my sheath.
So he's sleeping, and I'm gonna get rid of the baker because I just moved him to the GM layer so I wouldn't forget about him.
Low key, I thought the baker was going to hop out of the chimney.
All right, let's roll initiative. 11, and give me something else other than bro. Look at this. I needed to give him something different because they have the same dexterity. Okay. And we're at the top of the order again. So Croc is gonna go. He says, "Ah, I got him! I got him, your lordship!" And he's gonna move over here. And how far away is that? He'll take disadvantage to it, I guess, but it's better than him rolling fall damage. So his short bow, 12, not or 10, not gonna hit. And then next is he's out of the turn order. Next is Krug then. And Krug is gonna run over here and use his action to climb down.
Oh no.
Kaito, it's your turn.
Well, for my bonus action, I'm going to go ahead. Can I do? This isn't exactly two things for a bonus action, but it kind of is.
As long as you just tell him what to do, and you're basically just telling me what to use his turn on.
Well,
On his
I'm gonna
next
let
turn.
you roll on which one this is.
Okay.
But I was going to hand him my light crossbow while telling him, get back on the roof. Would you consider that as a bonus action, or
To throw it would be an action. So I'm sorry.
well, I could take like one step this way.
You could actually.
I would take opportunity attack, but
Only from one person.
yeah,
Not,
only from one.
not
It's
from
not
this
like
guy.
it's from all three, and besides one's out, so.
All right. So he takes an opportunity attack on you, and that he rolled a fucking 3. I'm not adding numbers to that. So yeah, and then that would be your entire turn, unless you wanted to move away and take another opportunity attack from that gooner.
Yeah.
So you're done.
If that was just a bonus action, then
No,
I
that
still
was.
got.
Oh well, okay, yeah. If you moved forward to do that, then sure, I'll allow it this time. I'll look into this.
I'm gonna bash him. I do not bash him, but
Oh my god!
I was about to say I can't. I can't do it because I've already used my
So
bonus action.
you are going to.
I trip on the flower.
Yes, you do. You are now prone. So it's gonna take half your movement to get up. Damn.
Well, on the bright side, I haven't really been moving far anyway.
Okay. So now this guy's going to attack you with advantage.
Yeah.
So that doesn't hit.
But it's crazy that I both got a nat 1 and
Yeah.
20.
It actually is crazy. I didn't even think about that. He rolled a modified 20 to hit you,
Yeah, that hits.
and he hits you for 6 bludgeoning damage.
Alrighty.
Things are looking suboptimal. And now this guy is going to come up
I'm
to
still
you,
not too worried.
and he's going to do the same thing. That does not hit you. Wait, no, he has advantage.
One more time.
15 doesn't hit. So, Croc is yelling down to Krug, Krug, do something! They're killing the Lord! And Krug is like, don't worry, I'm gonna do something. He told me to. So let's see. What does Croc want to do? Croc heard you told Krug. He heard you tell Krug to get back on the roof, so Croc is not going to leave the roof. I guess he is going to. Dang, the short bow really is not. Yeah, he'd have to be very far away. So he's just gonna take another shot with disadvantage, I guess, against this guy since he has a clear line of sight on him. And I picked up my physical bonus. Don't know why I did that. 10. Damn. I think that there's a different die roller or something like that for when it's an NPC. It's gotta be.
Possibly.
Anyway, Krug is going to
So
use.
the fact that you got 11 3 times in a row.
Yeah. So Krug is going to use his action to climb up here, and he's going to get. First of all, I need to add. Are you going to let him keep this light crossbow?
Nah, it's a loner. That's my only ranged weapon.
Okay, then. Then in that case, I'm just going to look at it from here. Range is also 80/320, but it does a D8 instead of a D6. So he's going to be over here. Sure. And he'll be taking a shot at this guy as well. And okay, well, I'm going to use the short bow attack. Yo! Look at that.
Yeah, pretty nice, actually.
And I'm just going to roll a D8 plus 2 advanced roller. So 1 D8 plus 2. Dude, that's almost max damage.
Nice.
Alright. Kaito, your turn.
Well, for one, I'm gonna stand back up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna do something kinda stupid.
Finally, a change of pace.
I'm gonna play some golf. With a flower underfoot.
What?
I said I'm gonna play golf with the flower underfoot.
Alright, and you're just trying to hit him? Or are you gonna like...
Pretty much slinging it right at him.
So, how about this? Rather... Yeah, go ahead. Roll to hit. Use, just roll a strength check. And we'll use this as an improvised weapon.
Yeah.
That hits big time.
What do you want me to roll damage-wise? And I'm also assuming he's blinded now.
So, he is blinded. Let me roll a d4 and add your strength modifier.
D4 plus.
Aw. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Plus, okay.
It's not the worst, but hey, I'll take it.
You kick him in the balls. while you also, yeah. So you scoop the last flour bag or whatever under your foot, and then you kick him in the balls with the bag of flour. All right. Do you want to do anything else?
That was it for my turn.
You don't want to do any movement?
Nah, if I did that, I'd take opportunities.
I mean, yeah. All right. Oh, perfect. It's this guy. Since you kicked him in the balls, I'm gonna make him roll a con saving throw. All right, he succeeds. He rolled a 17. He doesn't puke or whatever. So, whoa, I almost dropped the dice. But he is pissed at you. So he's gonna roll a multi-attack on you.
Oh, these guys had multi-attack?
Yeah.
Or is it because that guy's the boss of the bunch?
You know what? Sure. He is the boss. And he has multi-attack. So the first attack rolls a 21. And then the other one nat 20s. Nathan, you're finna get hurt. Alright. That is 13 points of bludgeoning damage, my friend, as he hits you twice with the mace.
Minus 13. Go ahead. Do your worst.
That was both attacks, by the way.
Oh, that was both of them?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's my turn.
No, it's the other guy's turn. And he is also going to swing at you.
I see.
That's
Do
an
your worst.
11 for the first roll and a 6 for the second roll. So he does not hit. Croc is distraught. And he says, I can't watch them do this to our lord! Krug yells at him, do not disobey the lord's orders! And Croc is going to run. That's 10, 15. And he's going to jump off the chimney. He jumps onto the face of this guy. I'm going to have him roll an acrobatics or athletics. Acrobatics for sure. So that's just a dexterity. I'm going to say if he hits this, he has to roll an 11. If he succeeds, he does not take any fall damage, and he blinds this guy. Oh, hey, this guy was blinded. He was supposed to be rolling with disadvantage.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So give yourself 7 HP. We'll say that attack only did 6 points of damage. My fault.
Yeah,
Plus, there you go. Cool. All right. So Croc. If Croc rolls an 11 or higher, he's also going to blind this dude. And then if he doesn't, then he falls, and he's going to take a d6 of fall damage. Let's go, Croc! Wait, let me get a hold of this guy right here. Croc is the best boy. Alright. Krug is going to take... he's going to come over here. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he's going to do the same thing as Croc. And he's just going to, jump down. He says, I'm sorry, your lordship! And let's see. Krog! Let's go. Alright. The goblins are on the faces of the thugs.
Not Krog and Krog.
If you want to move, you will not take attacks of opportunity.
I still have something incredibly stupid that I'm about to do.
Because this was just normal stupid.
So hear me out.
I'm hearing you.
I got a pair of rusty manacles, and this guy's blinded.
Yeah, you could try and cuff him. That'd be your action, and we'll say that would be an athletics with advantage.
Athletics with advantage, you say?
Yes, because he's blinded.
Funny you mention that. I'm proficient.
I figured you were. You're a fighter, and it's one of the only strength skills. In fact, I think it's the only strength skill.
And as an extra little something, fortune of the many. So that will be another +2 on top of it. So
Okay.
essentially a +8.
Okay.
If I don't manacle this guy, I
Oh,
would have
yeah.
gotten a really, really bad roll.
All right.
Cross my fingers.
Let's go.
24.
+2, so that's a 26.
I mean, yeah, +2.
That's a 26. Jesus.
This dude, I think he's done.
He's been Rusty Shackleford. And we're gonna say Krug gets to get off of him.
I'm gonna say I'm trying to shackle this dude to the building itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll say that like right where the front door is, there's like there's a fence railing. How about that? Like a little railing that goes up some steps.
Yeah,
and
that'd work.
So it's like an iron bar.
Yeah, just leading up to the doorway for the walking impaired.
Yeah. So now he's covered in flour. He's got goblin smell on him, and he's handcuffed to an iron railing.
Your face smells like goblin berries.
All right. You still have a bonus action.
Yes, I am going to move a little further away from this dude. Like all should, considering he's handcuffed.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to chug a normal potion of healing.
Smart move.
Because I do have one for such an occasion.
I'm going to go ahead and take this guy out of the turn order since he can't do anything.
I knew those rusty manacles would come in handy somewhere.
I did not know that you had those.
That was actually something I got from a background of Ruined.
You know, that's actually perfect since you like swore to do non-lethal damage for this fight. Okay.
And I'm trying to remember how much does the potion do. It was
If it's a normal
2d4 plus
it's
4,
plus
or was it 1d4?
2d4 plus 2, I believe, but I'll double check.
Oh, I keep on forgetting what the potions actually are.
It is 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, the greater healing potion is like 4d4 plus 4. Like the numbers just kind of stay the same. 3, 5.
3, yeah.
So you should be at 18 HP now.
Yeah.
Perfect. By the way, I want to know, how do you keep changing your HP number? I just want to know.
Okay, so I click my token
Mm-hmm.
and hit plus or minus in the green box
Okay,
above
cool.
it.
Making sure. I was making sure you weren't like going in there and like changing the number every time manually.
Nah.
Okay. So this dude's he's still blinded. So he is going to try and attack Krug with disadvantage. That is a 21 for the first roll and
Oh shit.
and a 15 for the second roll. So he does hit Krug.
No, not Krug.
He does 4 hit points of bludgeoning damage to Krug. Krug is bleeding. And Croc yells to Krug, and he says, "Krug, you bonehead! Run! Run and protect the Lord!" And Krug is like, he wipes the blood from his jaw. And he says, "I'm not leaving until I say boogers!" And Croc is just bringing out his scimitar and
Oh, he got another one.
Bro, I misspelled scimitar. There we go. Scimitar. And he's gonna hit with, I don't know if to do advantage or disadvantage or nothing at all because he's like trying to hold on. I'm just do regular straight roll. 18, perfect. He hits. And that's 8 slashing. Let me move him. So this guy is also bleeding now. Krug is going to, you know what? He's also going to take a pot shot. Not a pot shot. He's just going to hit with the scimitar. That hits. Bruh, yes. Go bleed. All right, so they really got this thug. They're really starting to shake him down, but you can tell that Krug, especially, is angry, and that he might not be able to. If they reduce this guy to 0 HP, they probably won't have the restraint to not kill him. And you can see, like, you've fought goblins before, like regular goblins, in your travels, and even though these guys are just regular goblins, they mean something to you, and they're kind of starting. You're kind of starting to see the beast come out in them.
Is Croc still on this dude's face?
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action.
Okay.
I thank you two for the help. I got it from here. I'm going to knock this dude over. And I want y'all to make a run for it and tend to y'all's wounds.
Krug looks like he stops growling for a minute. He takes his hand off his scimitar, and Croc as well, and they both look at you. They close their mouths, they look at each other, and they grunt and nod and go ahead and I'm not going to make you roll to shove this guy over. So now...
Well, I wasn't doing a simple shove.
Oh, what are you going to do?
To minimize damage to Kronk,
Mm-hmm.
I was going to aim my maul at the back of this dude's legs.
Yeah.
So he'd actually land on his back, able to give Kronk a run and start once he jumped off his face.
Okay. So you can just roll a regular attack then, just doing non-lethal damage.
Yeah. And not to mention, it knocks a dude prone as well.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, no, I can't.
Well, you have advantage. He's blinded.
Oh yeah, you got a point. I almost forgot about that.
All right, so go ahead and roll your damage.
I did actually forget about that.
I'll be ready to subtract it.
13.
Yep, that'll do it. So these guys
that was fun.
These guys are unconscious. This guy's manacled to an iron railing, and Croc and Krug are going to reluctantly
proceeds to shimmy back down the chimney.
They you see them run around this side of the building and disappear into a... Actually, no, they would run this way, and you see them jump into a manhole not too far away.
Okay, so out of character real quick. I'm assuming there's another passageway to the sewers in the bakery, which is kind of concerning considering it's the bakery of all places.
So, I'll go ahead, and that way you know exactly what the stakes are. 2 city watchmen show up, but I'm gonna let you, if you want to, inspect the inventories of these 3 gentlemen. I'm gonna let you do that if you want to before they start showing up. Or if you want to do anything else, if you want to disappear, you are more than welcome to.
Well, for one, I'll go ahead and inspect them.
Okay. So On this one, how about this? Are you inspecting this guy at all since he's still conscious? Because you still can. Don't get me wrong. He can't do anything.
I mean, yeah, I'd probably go for these two first, but then I'd go to this one over here.
Alrighty. So, they, let's see if they have some money on them. You find amongst both of them 11 gold pieces.
Hey, that paid for my mall. And then gave me an extra +1.
Mm-hmm. And then you also, I have to look in my notes because I remember this guy has something on him, but I don't remember what it is, like which one it is. You receive, you see a spell scroll in this guy's inventory.
Ooh.
And I don't know how we want to flavor it, if there's like a little label on it or something that lets you read it before. Let's say there's like a little tassel, like it's wrapped, the thing that it's wrapped around to keep it closed. That way it's like no one is going to read this scroll on accident. Like there's a little tassel keeping it closed. And written in common is a scroll of flame sphere.
Ooh.
And if you remember, this was the guy who, at the beginning of the fight, was reaching for something in his pocket and was stopped. So, you can add that to your inventory, and I will make a little handout for you later that has the details of the spell.
Yeah, that's a scary item. I'm glad he didn't use it.
If he wasn't the first person that you would have knocked down, he would have.
I'm glad I knocked him down first.
So then these city watchmen start moving towards you. And they say, and they both show up with spears. And this one points a spear in your direction. And then the other one towards this guy. And they both say, "Down your arms, now!"
I do as he says.
And they, seeing that the other guys are unconscious, one of them is manacled, and that you have dropped your weapon, they don't move. This guy moves over here. And then he moves over here. And this guy says, "What befalls, citizen?"
I am here on the behalf of the Golden Gauntlet Guild. I was told by, I'm looking for the name, Savra Beltrip. I can't pronounce that last name. I'd have to hear it a couple times.
Bella Bronta.
Yep. Bella Bronta. To apprehend these three because they've been harassing the people here.
And this guy is cursing and spitting, and as this watchman, like, he rummages through his pockets, and he pulls out a piece of paper, shows it to this guy, and he says, "Yep, these guys were hired by the Zentrum." And he opens the letter, he reads it a little bit, and then he pockets it. And he says, "Well, normally, citizen, we would be instructed to take these people off your hands, but if you've been instructed by Miss Bella Bronta, I have to ask, would you like us to take them off your hands, or would you like to take them back to Miss Bella Bronta?"
I would like to take them back.
And they look at each other. They one of them nods, and they motion like over towards this side of the building. And they say, please, could we have a word? And you may pick up your arms.
Alrighty, I proceed to do so.
All right, and I'll move you guys over here. So, he says, first, I must congratulate you on your hard-earned victory. You could have lost your life there, and I must apologize for not being here sooner. It was unwise to leave a junction this size unguarded. Even though it is on our patrol, we were not here, and we failed you. And Waterdeep apologizes. And then the other one speaks up and he says, I understand that Miss Bellabronta only hires the most capable and the ones that she trusts. However, I do believe that we can assume she is not paying you.
Nah, I have not received any payment.
The order is noble, and they are steadfast. But, you see, we all need coin. We need to find a bed, food, and drink. So, what is your name, citizen?
My name is Kaito.
Well, Kaito the Hobgoblin. We will make you an offer. And, they hand you... Actually, if you give me just a moment, I can see what it is exactly that they might hand you. They hand you a stone, and they say, this is a sending stone. You may use it to contact, and he looks at the other city watchman and he like shakes his head and he goes, if you are interested in doing work like this, but for not only a noble cause and for the good of Waterdeep, but also for payment, you can contact the Force Grey. But
Said
only...
it was called the Force Grey?
Yes.
Okay.
But we will only let you have this if you let us take these criminals away.
And may I ask, what's the Force Grey?
The Force Grey, or we are also known as the Grey Hands. We are led by the Black Staff herself, Miss Vajra Safar. I will type that for you. Miss Vajra is one of the greatest wizards in Waterdeep. We believe that her name may one day be listed in the same books as Agarin, Elminster, the like. She's the youngest person to ever hold the position of Black Staff, and her official title is the High Wizard of Waterdeep. However, we call her the Black Staff. She leads us, the Grey Hands. She is particularly interested in anyone who can provide their unique abilities, their strength, their knowledge, to bettering Waterdeep, making it safer for people. I understand that this is an interest of yours. This is but an offer.
I'll tell you what. If you can guarantee me that we won't see these three here again, I will let you take them.
Oh, most definitely. They will
Does-
receive their punishment and their sentencing and their punishment away from the public eye. We don't like to disrupt people's lives any more than these gangs already are.
Let me put it like this. Either way, whether I bring them back or whether I send them with you, my task here today was to send a message to people like this, saying this cannot be done here.
In that case, soldier, mission accomplished. And yes, we will make sure that these men are never within your sights again. And he nods to this guy. He goes over. He starts putting these guys in handcuffs. And then he grabs some rope and ties all of their handcuffs together, or however the fuck you're supposed to do that kind of shit. And starts. He's gonna take the flower with him, and
And real quick, could I get those manacles back?
oh yes,
I know they're beaten up, but it's my only pair.
you know what? And the soldier comes over to you, and he hands you one of his 2 pairs of handcuffs. Consider it a gift.
Oh, thank you.
I also have so many of these, like not even 200 feet away. So, and he points over at a watchtower. These are city watchtowers that are all over the city. You pass them all the time, and not only are they like just posts that the watchmen inhabit and everything, they like try to keep an eye on everything. But they also are like little storerooms for their weaponry, their armor, supplies, things that they need, rations, and everything. They don't keep a whole bunch of any one thing in each one of them, but it's just so they can resupply wherever they're at.
Alrighty.
And those are everywhere. I don't know how many watchtowers are in Waterdeep. It doesn't give me a number, but it just says they're everywhere.
Alrighty.
And he will also, while he's giving you his handcuffs, he will also give you 5 gold pieces.
And I'm also assuming that sending stone.
Yes, you need not break your allegiance with the Order. We enjoy having their help, even though a lot of us don't like to admit it. Just for your consideration. And them and all the flour bags. Head on out. Oh my god. There we go.
I've replaced my manacles with shiny new manacles.
Yeah, you ended up getting a lot. Do you want to go ahead, or well, we'll do your experience points at the end of the session.
Yeah.
Also, so as you are walking, here, let me get you back on. So as you are walking away and you pass by another alleyway, you hear again, and you see Croc and Krug once again.
Well, I proceed to go over there then.
And Croc has patched up Krug with like nasty cloth that is just like, it looks like they just like cut open a sack of potatoes or something, and he used it as bandaging. And
Oh shit! I just out of character real quick. I just realized I accidentally called him the Golden Gauntlet again, didn't I?
yeah, but I know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry.
I don't give a shit. I know what you're talking about. That's all that matters.
It's starting to get on my nerves too. Is like,
yeah, in fact,
I'm trying.
you know, in fact, their symbol is actually a silver gauntlet. So,
I swear I heard it that way the first time y'all said it, and it's never left my head. It's a good name, but
it is a good
it's
name.
not their name.
Maybe that's what Kaito is going to call his clan when he starts it, and it avoids the
Golden
copyright. Yeah.
I guess.
Let me, Croc and Krug call you over, and they say, Thank you so much, your lordship, for allowing us not only to serve you, but for saving us. And Krug like limps over to you, and he says, Krug is beaten, and Krug is ashamed. Krug would have rather died and saved your life.
There is a saying that comes from my land. Better to live to fight another day.
You can take a point of inspiration for that.
Nice.
So.
And I would also like to argue that y'all saved my life, so I believe we were even there.
They start crying, like they start tearing up. Croc is a little bit worse at hiding it than Krug is, because Krug like hides his face a little bit and looks a little bit more like a little bit more macho about it. Um, and Croc, he goes, "Oh, also, I forgot to mention," and he pulls out a little bag, and he says, "You see, as we was walking through the trades wards, we had to get out of the sewers every now and again. Unfortunately, they don't run all the way through the city, but at least not all the parts that we know. But we did find this wonderful, beautiful, elvish woman walking around with a little halfling child. So we robbed them. It was real, real easy. And what we got for you here is 13 pieces of gold."
This reminds me of something else, just out of character.
Mm,
This is the joke that me and Tristan had going for a while after another video that I showed him.
yeah.
What are we? Muggers. What are we gonna do? Mug 'em.
Mug. That's
Let
right.
me send you this. This is fucking funny.
So yeah, that you don't have to take this gold, by the way. You don't have to take it.
Well, I'll go ahead and take it because there's no unmugging them.
True. And
And
so
and you know what? I was already planning on treating them. I tell them to stay there for just a second. I go back into the shop. I'm going to grab a couple of things, actually. I'm going to go to
okay.
the ship, see if I couldn't find some proper bandages. And maybe grab a few extra just to be on the safe side. And if they need them for future, I'm sure.
Okay.
And would you say that I'm close? Actually, no, I'm not, because I said the other day I went to the market. Is there any food stalls?
Probably not very far away.
I'm just gonna grab whatever it is that they're selling.
Cool. You get some
Two of them.
you get some fucking filet o sahwagan.
I mean, I don't know what that is, but it sounds good.
They're like mean fish people. You're getting them a filet of fish.
How much is that? I'm assuming for the two of those, it's probably a silver a piece, and then for the bandages,
Well,
about how much?
we'll say that each one of those is 2 silver apiece since it's not a ration. It's a little bit better than that. So we'll say 2 silver apiece. And then for the bandages, we can just say that's 1 copper.
Alrighty, so I'm down to 5 silver and 14 coppers. Okay,
Alright.
so now I'm gonna go back to my goblin comrades,
Mm-hmm.
give them the bandages and the fillets of fish.
Krug gives you your light crossbow back before I forget.
Yeah.
They're eating the Sahuagin fillet of fish, and after Croc has bandaged up Krug with the good bandages, and they both are crying while like this time they can't even hide it while eating, and they say, Croc, he says, "Truly, we do not deserve your kindness."
I love you guys. These characters that you made, they're great, Kobe.
I'm so glad that you decided to take 2 enemies that you were supposed to just fucking murder in the dungeon, and you took them up here and you gave them a new life. And so now all you have to do is return to the yawning portal.
Alright. I'll tell them I'll see them later. I started to progress my way back.
Krug says, "We will be in touch, your lordship." Um. So now, when you walk back in, it's about evening now. It's like it's almost sunset. So actually, no, it took you a while to walk back. So we'll say it is sunset. You're about an hour or two ahead of schedule, and you see Sabra. Uh, she is ending a bar fight that almost broke out, and she sheaths her sword. The two guys, they're like these two big burly men that look very scared of her, and she sees you walk in, and she says, "Oh, perfect, Kaito. Let us." And then she motions to Dern, and she says, "Oh, two, please." And motions for you over at the bar. Durnan gives you both a drink, and you see him like roll his eyes at Sabra, and she says, "So, what have you come back to report?"
So, subdued all three of them, sent them with the city guard on their way, and they said that they would. And I made sure to tell the guards that they're not to be seen here again.
While I would have preferred to bring them to justice on my terms instead of Waterdeep's, I believe you did technically do the right thing. You may have actually even shown me that maybe the Watchman can be trusted. Thank you, truly. And as I said before, I cannot offer you any reward in terms of coin because you need to set your sights higher. And she slides you a thick piece of parchment. Right, and yeah, it's an envelope. And when you open it, there is a patch, and it has a silver gauntlet making a fist. And she says, "When you are ready, come to the halls of justice.